If you'd like to put in information in cell A1 that serves as a heading for column A, as well as for row 1, there are a couple of options. Let's begin by simply typing in, for example, the two entries that we want here. We want report date, and I'm going to press Alt-Enter now, and then put in region. Alt-Enter forces a line wrap, and when we press Enter, we've got something looking like this. One option would certainly be to take this data here and align it in the top of the cells. We do this on the alignment group within the Home tab, this option right here. And then we could, for example, highlight this data, use red font, some other color font possibly, and then double-clicking in cell A1 and highlighting just region, we could make that be red font, and that might be sufficient. Another approach might be to use something that sometimes is called elbow formatting. Let me press Control-Z here to undo the color, and possibly put in a diagonal line here, and then we've got two different sections of the area in which to put our labels. So if we were to right-click on cell A1 and go right into Format Cells, click the Border tab, we could introduce a diagonal line from the upper left to the lower right. Maybe make that a little bit thicker too. And click OK. Now it looks a little bit off, of course, but if we were to edit and put in some spaces before report date, this might require a little bit of guesswork, a little bit of retyping possibly, some entries, maybe making the column a little bit wider and so on. I think you get the idea that before long you could have this looking pretty much the way you want, and now it's pretty apparent that we've got our titles in the appropriate location. Some people make the case for saying, did you really need to do this? Well, of course not. But on the other hand, it does provide a little bit of visual interest in the worksheet, and it's easier to read. So something to experiment with, but the ideal feature for these kinds of situations.